We are back on a Saturday morning with the weekly download, our look at the week's other big stories.
Joe is off this morning, so our friend Emilie Ikeda is at the desk. Always glad to have you.
Guys, always good to be here. Good morning. Among the major headlines this week, ceremonies nationwide to remember those taken far too soon on one of America's darkest days. 24 years since the tragedy of 9/11, mourners in New York City, at the Pentagon, and in Shanksville, Pennsylvania, honored the nearly 3,000 people who lost their lives on September 11th. Former Vice President Kamala Harris calls former President Biden's decision to run for re-election recklessness, writing in her upcoming memoir that the stakes were simply too high. This wasn't a choice that should have been left to an individual's ego. She also wrote that she felt undermined by members of his team. NBC News has not received a comment from Mr. Biden.
Introducing the newest member of the iPhone family.
Apple announced its latest products, including the iPhone Air, the thinnest iPhone yet.
Powerful, yet so thin and light, it seems to disappear in your hands.
In addition to the new iPhone 17 and 17 Pro, Apple also debuted new AirPods Pro that use artificial intelligence to do live translations.
Definitely. The client will love that.
More than 60 massive containers from China fell off a cargo ship at California's Port of Long Beach. No injuries were reported.
You see the mess that Coast Guard officials are now responding to.
As general cargo, clothing, shoes, electronics, furniture, the stuff that we move every day.
The port is the gateway for goods arriving in the U.S. from the Pacific. Just days after an about-face on updating its corporate logo, restaurant chain Cracker Barrel halted plans to remodel its stores after a big consumer backlash.
To get rid of the interior that brings this entire country together and replace it with this deserves criminal charges.
It has become sort of a symbol of this old-time Americana.
Cracker Barrel releasing a new statement. You've shared your voices in recent weeks, not just on our logo, but also on our restaurants. If your restaurant hasn't been remodeled, you don't need to worry. It won't be. Prince Harry reunited with his father, King Charles, in London this week. They haven't seen each other in person since February 2024, after the king announced his cancer diagnosis. Buckingham Palace confirming the father and son shared a private tea.
I think it also shows the king to be incredibly magnanimous, because Charles was incredibly upset by a lot of what was spelt out in Spare.
And finally, this Papa John's employee is going viral this week for making pizza with some serious gusto.
It's raining men. Hallelujah, it's raining men. Amen.
That is some real talent.
Number one
right there.
song choice.
Okay. Song choice A+.
Tossing skills speak for themselves.
Yeah.
My favorite thing was the dude in the back who's just like typing in pepperoni, large.
Well,
I don't know what Billy's doing in the corner. Let's just do this.
You know, like icebreakers when people are like, "Oh, do you have any hidden talent?"
Yes.
He just whips this out and that's just throwing the moves. It's a pretty
It's gonna
good
be a
one.
fun Saturday night at some houses. This could be a fun family affair.
Still to come here on Today. More changes coming to the cast of Saturday Night Live. We're going to tell you which of your favorite performers now out.
Also this morning, I'm going to introduce you to the couple that's helping out amid a critical shortage of volunteers willing to train and raise service dogs for those who need them most. But first, these messages. Look at me.